Brooke Bailey sat in her chic apartment, browsing through her phone, in the middle of a busy city where the skyline glistened in the dusklight. She felt the weight of a narrative that might rock reality TV's foundations today, since her social media platform had turned into a haven for celebrity rumors. It was time to reveal the real story of Chrissy Lampkin and Jim Jones, a pair whose ardent romance had enthralled followers but had been plagued for months by rumors of treachery and conflict. Brooke had noticed the subtleties of Jim and Chrissy's relationship from the sidelines, although they were well known for their passionate love and outward demonstrations of affection. She was fascinated by the complex web of secrets that existed under the surface. She was drawn to the possibility of a more profound story that would speak to a wide audience, not just the drama. She had a resolute gleam in her eye as the sun set, bathing the city in a golden glow. Brooke made the decision to speak with Chrissy face-to-face. The city's elite congregated at a stylish cafe known for its exclusivity, where she set up a meeting. And rumors of scandal lingered in the atmosphere. The atmosphere was electrifying, and Brooke experienced a surge of excitement as she readied herself to reveal the truth. Chrissy was so confident when she arrived that she commanded the attention of every customer in the cafe. As they took their seats, Brooke smiled at her, concealing the tension that was simmering beneath the surface. Brooke skillfully steered the discussion in the direction of the subject that had emerged as the main focus of public conjecture. Chrissy and Jim's relationship. Chrissy, your romance with Jim is. I find it fascinating that Brooke started off in a casual yet inquisitive manner, but I can't help but wonder what's actually happening behind the scenes. Chrissy dodged the question with a small laugh. Brooke, partnerships have their ups and downs, as you are aware. Brooke wasn't persuaded, but we're just like any other relationship. She was desperate to find out the truth because she had heard whispers of infidelity and heated disputes that suggested more serious problems. Brooke gently encouraged her to follow her intuition as the talk progressed, informing her that Chrissy was holding something back. Important? The air smoldered with unsaid tension, and Brooke sensed the stakes. She leaned up and spoke softly. Jim, are you prepared to present your case? Chrissy, I've heard some things that could alter how others perceive you. The meaning of the words lingered thick in the air. Chrissy's laughter subsided and was replaced by a thoughtful look. Everybody has secrets. Some things are better left in the dark, Brooke remarked, her voice steady but full of emotion. Sometimes you have no control over how other people see you. Brooke's heart was beating. At this point, she had been waiting for the opportunity to reveal a long-hidden aspect of the narrative. But isn't it time for the truth to be revealed? As the talk progressed and more levels of complexity emerged, your connection with Jim became more than just a headline. It was a journey full of love and grief. Chrissy talked about their battles with jealousy, trust concerns, and the demands of public scrutiny. She related tales of love that had endured across the ages but was now brittle due to pressure. Brooke paid close attention, understanding the breadth of Chrissy's. The story was far more detailed than any rumor, and occasionally it seems like everyone is observing us. Chris's voice softened as she confessed. With every revelation, we're just trying to find our way like everyone else, and it's difficult to tell what is real and what is fake. Brooke experienced a mixture of empathy and accountability. She saw that the public wanted honesty just as much as they wanted scandal. They ended their meeting with Chrissy and Jim's tale of treachery, resiliency, and love. Brooke thought she had accumulated more than she had anticipated. She was merely providing material for a grand narrative. Behind the headlines, she had learned about the human experience. As Chrissy walked out of the cafe, they swapped contact details and agreed to stay in touch. Brooke's regard for her had grown. This woman was negotiating a turbulent sea of vulnerability and love. Determined to tell the narrative with depth and subtlety, Brooke returned to her apartment and started writing. The world would view Chrissy and Jay as individuals attempting to uphold their love in the middle of the turmoil, rather than just as a couple going through a crisis. In the days that followed, information came out, fusing the heartfelt with the horrific. The story was all over the city. Fans of Brooke responded passionately, igniting discussions on love, loyalty, and the complexities of relationships in the public eye. Brooke felt a sense of accomplishment with each sharing and comment. She had turned a bit of gossip into a forum for comprehension. It became evident that Chrissy and Jim's struggle was far from done as their narrative gained public attention. They became partners as well as the pair that scandal had described. In addition to revealing the truth, Brooke's words gave voice to the intricacies of love and encouraged everyone to consider their own relationships' vulnerabilities and the delicate balance of trust. She was dedicated to helping everyone weather the storms together. In the dynamic world of reality television, where love and drama entwine, Brooke had crafted a story that went beyond the gossip mill and resonated with anyone who had ever experienced deep love. In doing so, she had carved out a space for empathy and understanding in a society that is frequently quick to pass judgment. Known for her feisty attitude and steadfast dedication, Chrissy was at the center of a devastating discovery that she had been in a long-term relationship with rapper Jim Jones. Their love story had enthralled audiences with both passion and volatility. But things changed when fellow reality star Brooke Bailey made a startling revelation. Brooke announced her pregnancy with Jim Jones's child in a public announcement. The announcement shocked the entertainment industry, causing fans to speculate and worry. Chrissy, a friend who had always dreamed of a future with Jim, was devastated. With cameras following her every step, the treachery was like a dagger to her heart. In private, she found it difficult to remain composed. The burden of the revelation started to weigh heavily. In a vulnerable moment, Chrissy struggled with a flurry of emotions, including perplexity, despair, and rage, while her friends and family looked on. Chrissy lost it. She started crying as she thought of their relationship, their shared aspirations, and the love she believed to be unfailing. The realization was agonizing, because an unforgivable treachery had now shattered the cornerstone of their relationship. Her heart hurts for the future she had imagined with Jim as much as for herself. Chrissy remained strong in the face of the media as the story spread, but the fractures were visible. She discussed the significance of loyalty and honesty, highlighting how highly she held those values in her own life. Despite the immense public support, the treachery that now hung over her in the days that followed could not be eliminated. Chrissy started thinking about herself. Although the road to recovery would not be simple, she understood that she needed to put herself first. With supportive friends by her side, she began to recover her story. The heartbreak, however intense, would not define her as she made her way through this turbulent period. Chrissy Lampkin as a representation of tenacity. The tale of her love, betrayal, and eventual self-discovery serve as evidence of her ability to endure the suffering. In the realm of reality TV, she started to see a way forward, a path that would lead not only to healing, but also to a revitalized sense of self, where connections frequently appear to be short-lived. Chrissy's tale serves as a reminder to all of us of the value of choosing oneself despite the chaos and the enduring power of self-love. Because today's scope has the potential to permanently alter your life, everyone should fasten their seatbelts and be ready for an exciting trip. As we examine the surprising relationship between reality TV star Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones, we're delving deeply into the realm of surprise revelations and celebrity romantic drama. According to recent rumors, Jim Jones, a name that connotes drama and music, may have secretly married Brooke Bailey. This information was made public just a few weeks after Jim and his longtime partner, Chrissy Lampkin, had a falling out. Fans are excited and ready for answers before we get into the thick of things because of this twist. Let's take a time to go over the important details and think about what this means for all parties. As social media erupts in conjecture, an unusual image of Jim and Brooke laughing, snuggling, and waiting for it to be dressed in wedding regalia has emerged. It is up to the fans to piece together what actually happened. This unexpected turn of events demands a recap for those. Could anyone have overlooked the backstory? It was unexpected enough that Jim and Chrissy's recent breakup after 15 years of dating marked the conclusion of a turbulent period. Chrissy made headlines when she declared publicly that she was finally done and moving on, But in the weeks that followed, rumors started to circulate that Jim was also prepared to move on, not just with anyone, but with the legendary Brooke Bailey, who starred in Basketball Wives. Their public appearances were initially written off as coincidental, like two stars in the same orbit, but then the internet took off. Their chemistry was evident when that now famous photo went viral, and the image's context, well, it just screamed romance. Fans wonder if they were actually married because Brooke Dawn is wearing a modest white gown and Jim is dressed stylishly. Though not everyone is persuaded. The smiles, the embraces, and the overall atmosphere point to a happy occasion that goes much beyond a simple photo opportunity. Critics claim that this might be a promotional photo session or a setup for a future project, such as a reality show or music video. After all, it's difficult to keep your distance when you're in the spotlight. Real moments from well-planned advertising campaigns. Many issues have been raised by the chat, including whether this wedding is real, how fast Jim moved on, and what it means for Chrissy, who is still dealing with their breakup. According to some fans, Jim and Brooke's romance may have started when he was still dating Chrissy, which would account for the abrupt breakup. If accurate, this revelation would cast Jim in a negative light and imply that he was disloyal. Given the extensive history that Jim and Chrissy shared, many fans are struggling with emotions of betrayal. Opinions on social media are mixed. While some applaud this new relationship, others blame Jim for wasting years of Chrissy's life by moving on so quickly. Many fans are still holding out hope that this is simply a marketing ploy. But one fan said bluntly that's crazy, while another said it's just part of life. Can we truly believe what we see on social media after all? Now Chrissy Lampkin is the center of attention. How is she going to respond to this barrage of news? Will she respond to the rumors in public? Or is she going to say nothing? Sincerity. Some people think she might even make a comeback to reality TV to give viewers a behind-the-scenes look at her experience after working out. Although Brooke Bailey has experienced her fair share of love ups and downs, might this be a new beginning for her as well if the wedding rumors are real? Supporters are thrilled because they think that this partnership may lead to new opportunities for them both on a personal and professional level. Marrying Jim Jones, however, has its own set of difficulties, particularly given the public's comparatively lower level of scrutiny. Likenesses to Chrissy, who performs such. After years of emotional highs and lows, Jim will inevitably play a big role in his life. As we consider if Jim Jones and Brooke Bailey's union is a true love tale or perhaps a skillfully manufactured occasion for the cameras, Jim might have the chance to reinvent himself. What do you think? One thing is certain, the hype about them isn't going away anytime soon. Is this only another episode of the reality TV drama, or did Brooke and Jim actually tie the knot? Is it a ploy to get our attention or a fresh start for both? We would want to speak with you. Share your opinions in the comment section below. Remember to hit the notification bell whenever we publish a new scoop, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you're constantly up to date on the newest rumors and controversies surrounding celebrities. The first to know will be you. Jim said he felt a tremendous deal of regret for what he had done. He realized more than ever how quickly emotions could spiral out of control and how rage could cause permanent damage. By telling his experience, he hoped that people would note his mistakes and not repeat them. He had options. Jim was resolved to learn from the experience and make sure that nothing similar ever occurred again, even though he understood that no amount of justification could change what had happened. Although the event had been a painful and regretful period in Jim's life, it also served as a lesson in responsibility, forgiveness, and the value of managing one's emotions before they create irreversible damage. Moving forward to become a better man and keep improving his relationships was now Jim's top priority. With the people he cared about.
A smile on your face, like everything is a joke too? Your mother was getting a massage, and Zeke was getting a lap dance in my backyard. Why? Because you make them feel like it's okay.
Jim remembered the loud, angry, accusatory arguments that broke out between Chrissy and Rashid. As the days passed, the situation deteriorated, and he grew increasingly frustrated at his incapacity to mediate between them. His efforts to defuse the conflict only appeared to support the fires. He was stuck, unable to reconcile his love for the woman with the sister he had always defended. The day that everything changed then arrived. Jim vividly remembered the argument that quickly spiraled out of control. That day, Chrissy was especially irritable, and when her frustration reached boiling point, she lost her temper and once accused Rashid. As Chrissy continued to press the issue, Jim stood between them and tried to defuse the situation once more, but his emotions were too strong, and he was overpowered by his own emotions that were exploding out of control at that very moment. In response, Rashid defended herself from the charges. He became angry. He made a quick decision that he would live to regret as a result of his anger and helplessness. During the furious argument, Jim raised his hand and gave Chrissy a slap. He had never believed he was capable of such a thing, but as soon as his palm touched Chrissy, he realized how terrible what he had done was. Shame hit him suddenly, and all he could think about was sorrow, and time seemed to halt. You know, Chrissy does have that awful tiny voice. I'm like, "Hey, how are you?"